welcome to the 31st episode of OMG Craft. Can you believe it? My name is Chad Johnson. I am your host for this lovely show. Now, if you came here to learn how to make a construction paper pencil holder, or maybe a rustic frame made out of twigs and hot glue, I'm sorry. You've come to the wrong place. This is a show about Minecraft, not the other type of craft that we craft with using, glue sticks that, you get your fingers all sticky when you try to put the cap on, but you don't do it correctly, so it grabs the glue on the... Anyway, this is a different type of show. A show about Minecraft, the video game. This week, I am very, very, very excited. We have another mailbag episode for you guys. All of your questions that you've sent to me over the past weeks. It's been about 5 weeks since we've done the last mailbag episode, and you guys have been sending a lot of stuff, and I've been ignoring your emails all the way up until this episode. We also have a little bit of news, but before we get into that, I want to mention this is actually the last episode where we use this format for the show. Starting in April, there will be some big changes with the show. We are officially becoming a Twit podcast, a Twit-owned podcast at that point, and we're going to do some format changes to the show. It's going to make the show way easier to digest. You're going to get 2 episodes a week, an extra bonus episode every month, and episodes whenever there's a big release, like big specials and things like that. It's really, really exciting. Next episode, we're going to do a series finale where we sort of edit together some of the best moments of the show. We're going to put the final touches onto the new redone OMG Craft to start in April. I swear it's not an April 1st joke, and the reason it's not an April 1st joke is because our first show will actually be on Tuesday, April 2nd. So you can just throw that idea out the window. So anyway, just wanted to let you know, if you are like, whoa, what is this? I want to learn more. You can head on over to omgcraft.com/changes, and we have a little bit, you're like, 2 episodes a week? That's crazy. How is this all going to change? Well, you can see a short description of some of the stuff that we're going to be throwing together for you guys in the new and improved OMG Craft. So if you've been a fan up to this point, thank you so much, and it's only going to get better from here. So without further ado, let's get straight into the news. So this week, we have a few very, very exciting things. First is the 1.5.1 release. This was given to us to fix a few of the bugs that came out in the 1.5 release. Mojang went ahead and... my poor little links, they're all gone. Mojang had a blog post about the release. And some of the important release bugs that they have fixed are general performance errors that were in the release, and so it will bring the performance back up to where 1.4.7 was. You're now allowed and able to place paintings in your worlds. Hooray, we get paintings back. That was a big glitch that I noticed. And a few sort of geometry glitches with falling blocks and things like that. Go ahead and look for it in the launcher, and everything should be hunky-dory with that. Just a normal old release for you guys now. Also, we have... sorry, something changed. Mojang also announced sort of what realms are. In the past, and I've covered this on other episodes, there's this new project that Minecraft is working on called Realms, Minecraft Realms, and they put up a blog post which explains an awful lot to us about what it is. We already kind of knew that this was a server service. It was a server service for Mine. I wanted to add another S in there. It's a server service for some societies. Anyway, I'm giving up. So what you could do is you could buy a Minecraft realm, and then your friends could play on your multiplayer server through this Minecraft realm. It makes setting up a Minecraft server very, very simple. And and we've also found out a little bit about pricing, but not the actual price of the service. Like for instance, there'll be like a host that buys the service, and then they can have up to a certain amount of players, which Mojang hasn't determined yet, to join their server. Right now, they're playing around with a number like 10 of your friends could join the server. And only the host has to pay for it, so all 10 of your friends don't have to pay for a server, and that one host fee buys you one Minecraft realm. So if you wanted to say have 5 or 6, you'd have to buy 5 or 6 different realms. And unfortunately, this is a closed alpha, so if you were hoping to try to get into some sort of beta, test out this product with you and your friends, that's just not open at this time. And other than that, it seems like a pretty simple Minecraft server that Mojang is going to implement here in the future. Some cool things is that it looks like they're going to do something called Pocket Realms, which is the same idea for the PC edition for the Pocket edition. So instead of needing to be on a wireless network, you can do a Pocket Realm through the internet, which is very, very, very exciting. Also, in the rumor department, there was a little bit of talk in IRC. This could or could not be correct. We don't actually know if this is truly confirmed. It was tweeted out by Daniel Kaplan that Squiggly Blobs confirmed in the next Minecraft CC Dinnerbone. And then there was also a thread on Reddit about this new mob, Squiggly Blobs. It also, as hilarious as Reddit is, there's been a confirmed sighting, which is actually just a lighting glitch, which is pretty funny, and then they pasted a transcript from IRC, and it could be Dinnerbone just messing around, making some troll faces in the IRC. Wow, did I sound old? Making some troll faces. Am I 50? Like, wow. Wow, I sound like a grandpa. No offense to the grandpas watching. It's good on you for being grandpa. But it could be Dinnerbone pulling people's leg. I still sound really old. Like, that's exactly what my grandma said is, oh, you're pulling your leg. Anyway, so who knows what this is going to be? Squiggly Blob Mob, where you got a line and it goes all squiggly. It could be like a swarm. Could be... I don't know. It just doesn't seem like anything. Anyway, so that is what we have to look forward to, hopefully. And we do know that, well, we have rumor and speculation that Mojang is working on new mobs with perhaps horses, which we talked about a few weeks ago. Perhaps, I think that was the only mob that was speculation. But yeah, man, the fact that mobs can ride other mobs that ride things is that's also very, very exciting. Okay, well, that is about it for news. This week, we have gathered the questions that have come to us, and we are going to answer them. If you are feeling left out, like, man, I wanted my question answered, feel free to email us at mail@omgcraft.com. Do not worry. When we do our changes in the future, we will still answer your email questions. We will still be available to give you all of the support that you need and want from us. So, first off, this question is from someone who I didn't copy the username from. The question is, love the show. My dad has banned YouTube because I kept watching Minecraft videos, but he didn't ban podcasts. Smart on you. That's what makes our OMG Craft audience awesome. I have one question, though. On episode 28 about biomes, what happened to the ether? Well, the ether is sort of in a funny territory. The ether is actually a mod add-on that you have to go download the mod and add it to your game, and then you have the ether. The ether was, I remember when I first saw it, I believed that it was part of the normal gameplay, and I could just, and how you would get to the ether is you would create a portal using glowstone instead of obsidian, and that would go to the ether. The ether is unfortunately just a mod. It's been around for quite a long time, almost since the Nether was a thing. So so that is also adds to the confusion. Oops. And my Google thinks that I'm trying to spell weather incorrectly. So, and it looks really cool. So the idea behind the ether is that it is a place that is almost the exact opposite of the Nether, where if the Nether was hell, then the ether would sort of be this heaven-like area where there's new blocks, there's new mobs, and all of it is floating in this world, like these little floating islands that have sort of, clouds going in between them, that sort of stuff. And it adds a few extra things, like it adds special blocks. Here are some of the mobs. The air bunny, which sort of has like a shell on his back. The blue sweets. And you have some really like weird blocks, like these blocks that look like they have eyes in them, that sort of stuff. So, to answer your question, it's not actually a biome, but it is a really, really cool mod that maybe we should have spotlighted in that episode. Next is from Reed Curry. He asks, or she asks, which version of Minecraft would you suggest we buy/use? My kids have just learned about Minecraft and have played the demo on the Xbox. To my knowledge, there is a version on the PC, iOS, and Xbox. Can you play with your friends online, cross-platform? He has 2 friends that play it on their iOS devices. We have 3 children that could play, but only 1 PC that they share, whereas they can all play on the same time on the Xbox, which is a big plus. So my answer is a few things. Correct. There is a Xbox, iOS, and PC edition. These are not cross-platform. So if you play on the iOS version or the Xbox version or the PC version, you're going to be playing with other people that play on that version. The iOS version is a little bit more limited in how far you can connect. Well, actually, I was thinking about this earlier. I believe, and it could just be me being an old person and playing before they had this functionality, or it could be me not... back. Yes. Okay. So it looks like I'm correct that you can only connect via a local area network. You can't connect to someone in a different area, and you can't connect to a server that's in a different area. It looks when I click multiplayer, it's scanning for a Wi-Fi game on the local area network. So you couldn't say have a server at home that people would connect to and it's ever present. It would have to be on someone's phone, and you would have to make sure that phone was on, and all the devices saved on that phone. So if you accidentally lose the phone, the data gets wiped, it falls in the toilet, that world is just gone. So they're not cross-compatible. There's a few other version differences that I want to get to, and then I'll make a recommendation on what you get. On the iOS version and the Xbox version, there is a world limit. So if you just walk forever, you're just going to hit the edge of the world, and there just won't be anything. On the PC version, you could walk pretty much forever until you get to the outworld lands, and then stuff gets broken. But literally, you would have to be walking for like 3 years to be able to get that far, to get that many blocks away for you to start experiencing glitches in your Minecraft game. So essentially, you could walk forever on the PC side of things. In terms of playability, iOS and Xbox are much easier to understand. If you ever play the PC edition, it is not incredibly user-friendly. So if you want to go craft an item, there is nowhere in-game that explains to you how you would craft a shovel, craft a pick, craft a bow, or even that these items exist. Like you could see an item, want that item, but in-game, there's absolutely no way for you to find out how to craft that item. If you wanted a boat really, really bad, all you have to do is guess at the recipe to try to create that boat. So there's definitely some user limitations on the PC side of things. On the iOS and Xbox side of things, crafting is much more simplified. The support for trying to figure out how to find things and how to do things is much, much easier, especially if your children happen to be under the age of, say, 14, 13, 12, that sort of thing, where they just want to get straight into it and start working on it. They don't want to go have a Minecraft like wiki site up that tells them what recipes they could make and that sort of stuff. And finally, with multiplayer, you're absolutely right. If you have an Xbox and 3 controllers, you can have 3 people playing Minecraft at the same time. On the PC side of things, it's really 1-to-1. So what I would suggest to you is truly don't get the iOS or Android version of the game. It's just a little bit too difficult to control with on-screen controls. I would suggest to you that you get the Xbox version because you have 3 children and they want to play at the same time. It's also much more user-friendly for them to play along with the game. There are some limitations that it is not up to date, it's not the full version of Minecraft, and it's a limited world. The other thing is that if you have other friends, if they have friends that are also on Xbox, you can connect via Xbox Live Gold subscription to up to 8 friends in their multiplayer world. You don't have to create a server. You don't have to try to host something yourself. Even if Minecraft Realms might make that very, very simple, you don't have to do any of that. It's already handled on the Xbox front. PC version, it gives you everything, but unless if you want to learn how to create a Minecraft server, which, hey, if you do, you can go watch some OMG Craft episodes. I forget exactly which episode we covered how to start up your own server. But it's like building your own PC versus buying a PC off the shelf. Yes, you will have absolute control over your system if you put a PC together yourself, but you'll also have a much more limited technical support behind you. If something breaks, you'll have to just go read manuals yourself to make sure that this part is working the other way. Episode 2 is the episode where we talk about how to set up your own server. If you want to go back and check episode 2 out. So I hope that answers your question, Reed Curry. Next, coming up from Yoni Rabskin. So this was really, really cool, and I may have just mutilated the first name, but she wrote me a really, really, really wonderful email talking about how she was very happy that I do this show. And then the last paragraph, she asks an interesting question. An interesting thing is that my son asked me, is OMG Chad a real guy? I mean, in real life. Like, am I just a character that I've created, or am I actually this way in real life? And I have to say, yes, this is really me. And this hair doesn't come off. It's not a wig. I didn't do this for the show. Yeah, I'm just this weird guy. So big shout out to Or Rabskin. Hey, I'm real. I'm looking at you, and I'm talking to you. And no, this isn't a costume. And yeah, really, really awesome that you enjoy the show. Thank you for watching. Next is from Mr. Dennis. Now, he has a few questions, which I will I will read and then answer the question, continue to read, and then answer the next question. First, he says, thanks for getting me hooked onto Minecraft. Next, I know that there are launchers out there, but I'm not sure I understand where to get them and for what benefit they have. Do you have any suggestions? So, first, let me explain, and you may understand this, but some folks may not. There's sort of two parts to Minecraft. There's the Minecraft files that run, and once you're in game, it's kind of what you're interacting with in game. And then there's also a launcher, which sort of happens around the game. It's what you log into when you first click Minecraft, and there's a username and a password, and you click login. That's the launcher. So you can actually download and use specialty launchers that give you extra functions. And so my first recommendation is if you are looking for a way to simplify your modding experience, I suggest Magic Launcher, and we're going to get to that one in a second. But I want to show off another launcher that may have use to people, and this is called the Digex.net Minecraft launcher, and you can see it over here in my system tray. It's down here. It sort of has like a weird extra block version, and these are all different launchers. This is actually just MCEdit. That's just a shortcut that I made for MCEdit. That's not a Minecraft launcher. But the Digex Minecraft launcher, if we go ahead and click that, it's going to open up this separate launcher, and we have some extra features that we don't have in the normal Minecraft launcher, namely this jar file dropdown. So if you are going to change your jar file, which is actually the other part of the Minecraft game, if you're thinking of the launcher as one and the Minecraft file and everything you interact with, all the blocks and how the game is played as the second part, that's your Minecraft.jar file. So this launcher allows me to quickly switch between multiple jar files, which I have in my bin folder on my Minecraft, in the Minecraft folder. And then inside the bin folder. And this launcher also allows me to go ahead and click options and download other jars from their service. So I could either get the latest public release, or I could choose things like alpha, beta, classic, the demo, the final release, which is kind of what we're on right now, these snapshots. So if there was something that worked in a snapshot, or there was a bug that I wanted to take advantage of in the snapshot, I could download all of these. So so let's just say I want to download, where's InDev? Here we are. Let's just download InDev. Oops, I clicked the wrong thing. InDev. And I'll add that to my downloads, and it's going to go ahead and download that for me. And I actually covered this on a previous episode of OMG Craft. And now that it's downloaded, I'm going to go ahead and close this out, go over here, and choose the InDev version. It's off the screen, but that's the one that I chose. And then I'm going to go ahead and log in. And this will put me into a very, very old version of Minecraft, because this is, so you can already see it doesn't have the cool 3D field behind me. This Minecraft logo looks a little bit different. I can click single player, and I have these single player worlds which are empty because it didn't do the same sort of saving structure, that sort of stuff. So you can see it's, and then even if I click one of these, it's going to build the terrain. This is going to be a little bit weird. And here we go. This is Minecraft. As you can tell, no smooth lighting. We still have trees. Oh, and it looks like I'm hit. Oh, good. Woo. I thought I hit a bug. You got your leaves and stuff. I'm not seeing any mobs yet, but that could just be because they're not here yet. And it looks like my mouse is kind of stuck over the crosshairs. I thought that by clicking I could get rid of it, but apparently I can't. I can't sprint at the moment. I have no food bar. Anyway, so this is a very, very old version of Minecraft. So that is something that... Oh, let me quit. I was clicking around because I was just... Anyway, cancel and quit game. How do I quit this game? There we go. So... A few. I'm gonna get into Magic Launcher. So let me go ahead and get into Magic Launcher, so Magic Launcher works just about the same way, and it looks like this. The options that I have all these configurations which I've chosen for previous episodes. Oop. And then I can hit Setup, and I have lots and lots of options. I can go choose, like, so here Mod Loader has, you know, a Mod Loader version in here. There's this 1.2 pre-release which had Optifine and stuff like that. I can add. Now, the reason that I like Magic Launcher is because let's say that I'm working in this 1.22 area. These are all mods that I have downloaded before, like this Auto Torch mod, the Skin Thief mod, Mod Loader, which makes the other ones work, and then Optifine, which helps create a much smoother area. And you can see that these are not compatible. I could move this one down. Yeah, still not compatible. I could just unclick that one, and then it becomes a little bit less upset. Looks like this is. I may have a new version of Mod Loader, which isn't compatible with this version. But if I wanted to add a mod, instead of trying to open up my Minecraft bin folder and figure it all out, it adds it for me. Just by clicking an Add button, I can go and find the mod that I want to do. Like, let's do. Whoa, what is this? This is Optifine stuff. What version I was doing 1.2, so let me go into my mods, oh, I don't have anything there. Well, let's just test it and say the butter mod for 1.7. It's not compatible, but whatever. And so now that mod is installed on my game. As long as I choose this 1.4.2 pre-release and click OK, and it's like, whoa, some things are incompatible. Are you sure that you want to do it? And I'm going to say yes. And then I could choose that one, which is the current one chosen, and then enter the game. And all my mods are installed. I didn't have to do anything except for add them to a list. It's going to tell me if they're incompatible. That's why I love Magic Launcher. And on top of that, I can choose between, it's like, maybe I have mods that are installed for a specific server, but on a different server they're not installed. Like, I can't have them installed, so I want to uninstall them. Or perhaps I'm trying to do some sort of map making thing, so I want single player commands installed on one version but not on another, and I can quickly go into that drop down and choose one. I hope that's explained a little bit about launchers. One thing to get into about launchers is that it does make your game and your password way less secure. These launchers are not supported by Minecraft. They are hacks in order to get way better, user interaction out of the game. Minecraft and Mojang do not support what we're doing. So if your password is, say, the same password that you use on your email address, you may not want to give it to one of these launchers or any of these launchers. I'm not saying that they are untrustworthy. I trust them enough to give them. Well, I actually don't use the same password for anything, but I am giving them a password instead of just not using them at all. But it's something to note that this could be a security risk if you. I just want to point it out so that you know that these are hacked versions. They are there to sort of to do that. So hope that explains it. Secondly, he has another question. I know you touched on this in your last Fear email, but would you recommend a complete list of maps, textures, mods? I know that the Minecraft forums are full of this stuff, but it can be a pain to find and browse if you don't know what you're looking for. I'm not concerned about safety that much, but surely there's more trustworthy sites out there that also offer some kind of top 10 or best rated or anything that can offer some kind of method to discover stuff. And this is a little bit of a letdown. So far, there is an amazing site for maps. It's called Major League Mining. Let me go ahead and bring it up. MajorLeagueMining.net, MajorLeagueMining.net, and it's just a beautiful website for finding maps. You can do it by newest or highest ranked. So these are the highest ranked maps. You can go by official maps that the RMCT uses to run their stuff. Featured maps. I mean, this is a very, very, very awesome website to check out. Also, your friend and mine, T2, has helped out a bunch, coding a lot of this website. That is MajorLeagueMining.net for those maps. Other than that, there really isn't a great resource for texture packs and maps and things that are in this nice list with consistent photos and understandable graphics. Like there just isn't a version out there. I would suggest the Minecraft forums, which you already know about, and Planet Minecraft. Planet Minecraft sort of has nice gallery images and things like that, but once again, it is completely hit or miss. It is not curated like Major League Mining is. So there's your answer for that. It's really and truly in the future, I hope to get to more sort of top 10 picks where it's like, listen, we're going to cover texture packs. Let's cover texture packs and let's put together a top 10 list of our favorite texture packs and cover it in a single video, which is what I hope to do in the future. Finally, Mr. Dennis asks, lastly, I can't seem to wrap my head around servers. I mostly play vanilla Minecraft in single-player mode, but I did buy the full game and would like to go on servers, but I just can't seem to differentiate between all the different types. Maybe as an example, what kind of server is the Twit one? And how would I find where to play first? So this is another sort of, it's a little bit ambiguous. Minecraft servers can range from vanilla to incredibly extravagant and completely game-changing. First, let me explain a few things. There's a few different ways to run a Minecraft server. First, you could run a Minecraft server without buying the game at all. You could run a Minecraft server, you could admin a server, you'd have all the tools, they're freely given to download a server file and run it. Your biggest problem would be you'd not be able to play in it because you wouldn't have a username and password to sign in to Minecraft to have a user and join the server. So you could do all of that if you wanted. Next, there's a bunch of different types of servers out there, and by types, I mean different build versions. So there is the vanilla Minecraft server where nothing has changed and you only have what Minecraft has given you. You're going to be able to do all the things you expect to do in Minecraft, where you can craft, you can destroy things, you can do a few basic admin things like have a whitelist, turn on and off rain, you can ban players, that sort of thing. Very, very basic. Then there are more complicated servers and custom servers that people have built upon with, say, something like Bukkit. There's a craft Bukkit. What Bukkit is a server API and build, which they have sort of taken the Minecraft server, uncompiled it, added other features, added layers, taken out other things, put in their own code, left most of the Minecraft code, and it's sort of this custom build of Minecraft which you can run as a server. They probably didn't uncompile it. Maybe not. But I'm trying to act technical, and I don't know what goes into actually building a custom server. So this Craft Bukkit server can run now modifications to the server, and you can sort of plug in these modifications to your server. And so that base will allow you to create these super expansive, completely outrageous servers that have a completely separate economy, where you can fly, where you can, have items that aren't in the normal game or that act differently, where a bow may fire the second that you click it, or where you can level up and jump further and be able to punch zombies harder, where you can have different chats, where you may be able to chat with just your group or chat within a certain range of blocks. I mean, that is where servers start to get way more interesting and way further away from the vanilla game. So I hope that I've answered your question, in that there are a few... the basic idea is that there's a vanilla Minecraft server. Then you step into the bucket server, which allows you to add your custom modifications, and then that just scales up from there to whatever the server admin decides to add to the server and to manage onto the server. Finding these servers is is just as challenging as finding other things. So you can go to Planet Minecraft, you can go to the Minecraft forums. Finally, to answer your last question, the Twit Minecraft server at mc.twit.tv. Big shout out to everyone who helps us work on that server, like Demon5 and Blender MF and T2 and Snowshoe and Vantez and Asimov and of course Curly. I'm probably forgetting like one iPod. I almost forgot. I'm probably forgetting some other people too, and they're just going to give me so much crap. Oh, Cheeto also does that. I'm quickly looking at chat to make sure that I'm not forgetting anyone. That server is run off of a bucket server, but we wanted the feeling of that server to be sort of vanilla in feeling, so we haven't added a lot of modifications, even though we could add a lot of modifications. The only modifications we've added are things that enhance chat, that give players a bank account and a money limit or money allocation, so they can see how much money they have and they could trade money around. It's like it's like any other sort of free market. So we had to give them money, and you can set up signs, sign shops, and things like that. So we've added a few modifications like that, but it's very, very similar to a normal server. I've seen servers that allow you, like, every time you teleport from one location to another, it takes away money, and then you can fly if you do something else, and yeah, that sort of things. So I hope that gives you a good idea about servers. How long? Okay, cool. I don't want to go too long. Too much longer into this. Okay, next is from Libby. Luke and William's son, or Will's son. My 12-year-old was playing Minecraft the other day, and I walked up behind him, which is part of the deal, and his screen was filled with bad words. Over and over in various tenses. Is this common? Are there certain areas to avoid, or is this just another kid on the server that learned a new word? I even enjoy your podcast. Thank you. Well, thank you, Libby. This is common. If you've ever listened to voice chat on any sort of PvP server, yes, it is very common. I would suggest that you try to find a family-friendly server where they moderate language, but if that just isn't an option, perhaps he's created some sort of creation on the server that he's on now and really wants to stay on that server, I would suggest a mod called Safe Chat. What Safe Chat does is it looks through the chat messages and bleeps out any words that are, let's say, undesirable to let your child watch. They even have a 1.5.1 updated version of it that just came out, so it looks like the developer of this mod is keeping up to date with making sure that mod is also up to date. To install that, you could use a mod loader like ModLoader or like Magic Launcher, which I showed off before. And I believe I haven't looked directly into this, but it's like note this mod takes care of common false positives like the part of the word in assassination, but will input words when it comes up with other configurations of that word. So really, really cool. Okay, cool. And I'm just noticing something I didn't cover, but I can't cover that anymore. So I hope that helps you out, Libby, in that mod will clean up the chat for you. Next is from, I forget, I just see thanks. Love OMG Craft Chat, thank you. Greetings from across the Atlantic. Hello. Could you tell us how to change skins in the Pocket Edition without jailbreaking, please? So what this person is talking about, sorry I don't have your name, is that on the Pocket Edition of Minecraft, you can have other players join, but their Minecraft skins don't follow along. And you can change it without jailbreaking. There's a really good article on MacInstinct.com, and it runs through how to do this on iOS. So it used to, it looks like you're going to download something called iExplorer, which will allow you to get into the sort of the app folder of Minecraft and replace a character PNG. It's this chr.png with whatever the heck you want. There are some downsides to this. One is that you will see other players on the server with only that skin. You can't have multiple skins for multiple players. It doesn't work like in the PC version, where every player has a different skin. As you can see, everyone is the same skin in this version. On the Android side of things, I was trying to troubleshoot how to do this right before the show, but I wasn't able to. It seemed like you could navigate into the APK folder for your Minecraft game and do the same sort of replace the character skin with another skin. If you're wondering how to get a character skin, you can go to something like minershoes.com. Google search minershoes, because I'm not sure what top-level domain it uses, but and then download a skin, and then you'll have a file to replace the skin file on this Pocket Edition of the game. And make sure that you name that file chr.png. I believe... okay, I think we have two more to get to. Hey, Chad, this question came up during the show, and Cheeto said I should direct this towards you. I use a PC to host a vanilla Minecraft server, and it was fun. We got up to like 6 friends usually playing on this server, but several dropped out, and now only 2 are playing. Once I asked why they dropped, they said that they couldn't craft anymore because they were on Apple systems, and Apple is no longer going to support / it's going to block Java, thus blocking Minecraft. Well, no need to worry. Apple may try to disable Java in its browser plugins, on its browser like Safari or Chrome or any of the browsers. But Java, luckily, is an app that you can install on any computer, whether or not Apple decrees it or not. It's still a program that you can go download from any don't download from any website. Download it from Oracle, the larger company that owns Java, and just run it on your computer. The big security hubbub around Java, it's about the Java plugin on a browser. If you're using a browser with Java enabled, navigating to a malicious website, that could be a security risk. Having Java installed on your computer without having the Java plugin on a browser enabled is perfectly safe. There's no way for a malicious website to jump past a browser to Java inside your system as long as the Java plugin on your browser is disabled. No need to worry. Minecraft will run just fine. In fact, Minecraft doesn't even run on the Java plugins on browsers. It's a completely different version of Java. There's Java and then there's Java plugin. So don't. Most likely your friends won't even notice this. It will try to run Minecraft. It'll say, "Hey, I need Java." It's going to download Java from Apple's decreed Java version, and you're going to be just fine. No need to worry. This one is from Pseudoknight in the comments of episode 26. I had to skip through this episode since I was familiar with World Edit already. Sad face. But I noticed you never used the World Edit CUI, Client User Interface mod. If you didn't recommend it, I highly recommend it to everyone using World Edit because you can see your selections. Because you can see your selections. I even require it for most engineers/mods on our server because it is really easy to screw it up without. Oh, cool. So World Edit, I hope I didn't say MC Edit, but World Edit is the mod that I covered that would allow you in-game to change your Minecraft game. And apparently, and it's funny because now that he says this, I actually know what he's talking about. In game, you clicked your first selection, and then I keep right-clicking when I mean did not. You click your first selection and then move to click your second connection, and this mod allows you to see your selection in game. So if you accidentally thought that you had selected your first selection, but in fact you selected your second selection twice, and now you've selected over 1 billion blocks, and that's going to change stuff. Well, hey, look at this. It's much better. Wow, this is some cool stuff. Wow, this is really great. Thank you, Pseudoknight, in the comments for letting me know about this. This link will be in our show notes. We covered a whole bunch of stuff in this episode. Not only this, World Edit, current client user interface, which I just talked about, but also some things about iPhone jailbreaking and, the news about the 1.5 release, that sort of stuff. So if you are wondering, where are all of these links that you're talking about? You're talking about them so fast and it goes by, and I want to type that into my browser and I just can't. Please head on over to omgcraft.com/31. It's really easy to get back to any of our past show notes. All you have to do is take the episode number that you're on and add it to the URL of omgcraft.com. So omgcraft.com/5 will take you to episode 5. That is where our show notes live for this episode. And that wraps it up for this episode. Holy crap, we have covered so much stuff. Remember that we are still going to be answering emails in the future. So if you have a question, a comment, a tip, you just want to talk to me, go ahead and send your mail on over to mail@omgcraft.com. You can also send your video questions there as well. All you have to do is take a video of yourself using, say, your phone, your iPad, the camera in your computer, and upload it to a video provider like YouTube or Vimeo, and then send me the link to that video. Please don't upload your video, and I will check it out. Please, if you can, keep those videos to around 30 seconds or less, and that will pretty much guarantee it that it gets played on the show. Well, like I said before, we're just about done. Next week, we are going to be doing the season finale of OMG Craft and then start sort of a second season of sorts the week after that, starting April 2nd. If you have any questions about this, once again, head on over to omgcraft.com/changes. I want to give a big thanks to Cheeto for helping me with this episode. And of course, T2 helps with the show all the time. So go on Twitter and let them know that you love those guys because they are awesome. Until then, I will talk to you next week on OMG Craft.
Erecting a dispenser. Ooh-wee. Making bacon.